What's good, peeps? So it's been a long time, I know. Welcome to my college bedroom. So I'm gonna get straight to the point. I don't even want to do too much with this one, but the first Bitcoin ETF just got released. I know I've been gone for a long time, but I figured now is a good time to come back and share some really important news. So Bitcoin ETF, first one ever, got released. What does this mean and why is this actually valuable? So ETFs are a way for mass amount of people to enter the market, because what it does is it allows you to invest in a spread of a lot of different assets all in one, so you are minimizing your risk. Like we have the S&P 500, which is the 500 top companies in the United States. So that minimizes your risk across 500 companies that are supposed to be the best. So if one does well, if one does bad, usually you get a decent average in the upward direction. So this is going to make Bitcoin more available to the masses. As you can see here, a lot more people are going to be able to enter the market. And how much money are we talking here? So just to give you some idea of what ETFs look like currently today, the approximate market of ETFs in the United States is 5.45 trillion US dollars. So this is $5 trillion that is now having access to the cryptocurrency market. So this is huge. If you can kind of wrap your head around that idea. So just to look at the current price of Bitcoin today, it is $64,115. This is again approaching the previous all-time high, which was $65,000. And this was a couple months ago, I believe. Let me pull out, if you look right here on my screen, I think April 13th, Bitcoin was right around $64,236. Right now, Bitcoin is sitting at $64,112. So it's bound to pass that threshold today. And this was the mark we were waiting for a long time. Once Bitcoin passes the previous all-time high, which it will at some point today or tomorrow, no idea when. But when it passes that threshold, that support line is broken and Bitcoin could go on another explosive run, which is what we're looking for to see before winter, again with the 4-year cycle. I'm going to show that in a second here. But just to give you a general overview of what the global cryptocurrency market looks like, you can see that we're currently sitting at 2.5 trillion market cap across the entire index of cryptocurrencies. And in the past, and we are talking again about May 9th, it was 2.4 trillion. So as you can see here, we have already passed that previous threshold. So now the cryptocurrency index, when we're talking about the total cryptocurrency market cap, the total cryptocurrency market cap today, as I'm talking to you right now, is currently at an all-time high, meaning the cryptocurrency market again is making another run, which is great news for everyone that's invested here. So just to go into a little bit more specifics, we're going to talk about some ideas for how I think this could look and how this could grow. So first things first, in 1997, as you can see on my screen here, the internet had 140 million users, and it was growing at a 63% year-over-year return rate. Year-over-year rate. We're not talking returns. But this was the fastest adoption of any technology in human history back in the day, or so we thought. In 2021, cryptocurrency has 140 million users, and Web3 itself has experienced 113% growth this year alone. And the 2021 year hasn't even ended yet, but it has experienced 113% of growth. And it's currently on pace with the current growth rate to reach 1 billion users by 2024. This is insane. This has never been seen before. No technology, no business, no economy has ever grown this fast ever in human history, or at least in recorded history. And this is just a lifetime opportunity. There's no way else to say this. But I'm sure you can kind of get a gist on your own. So one more thing I want to talk about, I don't want to make this video too long. I wanted to point out here the 4-year cycle that we are all so prone and known to talking about. If you don't know, Bitcoin moves in the 4-year cycle because something called Bitcoin halving, where the amount of Bitcoin that could be unlocked in the future through mining gets cut in half. So this creates something called scarcity. It reduces the supply of cryptocurrency, in this case Bitcoin, whereas the demand continues to grow. As I just pointed out right now, the growth rate of this market is increasing by over 113%. So the demand is growing, but the supply is shrinking over time. So if you are an economy guy, you know when supply is low and demand is high, the price tends to be very, very high because of scarcity. So we move in a 4-year cycle, and this is the reason why. So whenever the halving occurs, we see that markets spike up because we see that demand and supply game play out. So here again, we're kind of seeing that kind of followed through. And I think it's going to follow a similar pattern to what happened in the last 4 years. And I don't think we're going to see the peak of this 4-year cycle until January 2022. So I think right now we are in October. So we're kind of making our way there, but we're not quite there yet. We got a couple more months to go. So I think this market is going to see an explosive run, possibly because as we can see currently today, we are making that explosive run. And again, right now, just a live update, Bitcoin is at $64,210, which is just a couple dollars away from its previous all-time high. So we're pretty much already at that cusp, making that headway. So it's amazing to actually be making this video at this time. This was not planned actually, but I did want to essentially talk about a lot of the important things in this video right now. So what does this mean for a lot of altcoins? I know a lot of people subscribe to my channel are more invested in altcoins than they are in Bitcoin, such as Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, possibly. On my channel specifically, we talk a lot about Solana. But what does this mean for any of those altcoins? So we know Bitcoin dominates the market. It has over 50% of the market cap. So it tends to run what the cryptocurrency market would look like. That's why we follow Bitcoin and see what it's doing, to see what could potentially happen to the other coins. So this is great news. Bitcoin doing well means the other altcoins have a chance to also shine under Bitcoin's light. And some of these altcoins happen sometimes to outshine Bitcoin in some instances. And I think a lot of these coins are probably going to do that in this run as well, because they have a lot of utility factors that are getting added to it. If we're talking about Ethereum and Solana, we're talking about decentralized finance, so DeFi, and we're also talking about NFTs. And these are utility that we're kind of seeing in today's age play out, where people are out there in the world making millions of dollars buying a JPEG file, which is what people will call it. But these things have value to some subcultures within cryptocurrency and blockchain. So some people in some groups, it's culture, it's hype, it's whatever you want to call it, but it exists and it's real, it's fact. And I think it's going to be here to stay. So the final thing I want to talk about in this video is making stable coins your best friend. I know this market is super volatile. It's going to be ups and downs. Right now we're on the ups, but there are always downs, and we always talk about the ups and downs. But something you should always be aware, and a tool you should always have in your arsenal, is stable coins. So these are the USD coins and the USD tether. These are tethered usually to the US dollar. So they are usually around $1 to one coin. So these aren't going to be fluctuating like your other coins. I'm going to show you a picture right now of USD coin. As you can see, if I just zoom out a little bit, you can see it's right always around that $1 mark. So this is something you should always be paying attention to, because it's going to help you to save value in the cryptocurrency market whenever you want to take a breather, you want to take some profits, you want to just step away for a little bit, whatever the case may be. This is your best friend because it keeps you inside the cryptocurrency markets, but it removes or mitigates some of your risk, most if not all of your risk. Do your research into which stablecoin has the best security in terms of what they're using to back these assets. So USD coin backs it with dollars. USD tether, I believe, backs with dollars and maybe some crypto. There are some other ones as well, like Dash, I believe, that backs with more crypto or iron. Or some type of asset like that. But do your own research. But point being here, make stable coins your best friend, because they are going to essentially help you mitigate your risk or help you take profits in this market as we continue to move through this. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video. I don't want to make this too long. I know I've been gone for a long time. If you're new to this channel, make sure you drop subscribe, because we're always going to be talking about some fire content like this. We're always sharing some amazing, amazing facts. And we just like to vibe and make profits and make returns and share some information and just, all live it up the best that we can. Anyways, it's your boy Elijah. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button. It's going to help me to continue to make content like this. And I will see you on the next one. So peace.
flex to the masses.